Welcome to part 3 of our Got Ball series. So make sure you grab a ball, volleyball, basketball, soccer ball. This is a playground ball I picked up at Walmart. Whatever ball you have lying around the house, and then lay down on the floor, and you're going to have an amazing workout with me today as I teach you how to use your balls to get rid of those pesky love handles that you have on your side. Also, just remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also I shared a link on today's video. I got a recommendation from Kenny Green. Hey Kenny, thanks for the recommendation. Shout out to you. To put that link there, so it makes it really easy for you to go over to my YouTube channel and see these videos at any time in the future, because I'm uploading every single one of these live videos that we're doing on Facebook Live. And here with me today, as you can see, is Joe Exotic. If you haven't watched the Tiger King yet, it's a real treat. But you have to watch it as a binge stream. So I've got Tyler Green, aka Joe Exotic, with me to do this workout today.
Watched it too long.
You watched it too long?
Yeah.
The Tiger
I want
King.
to get a tiger.
Look at this side of the face. It's perfect. It's awesome. But I told him he has to look like he has a mugshot, you know. If you haven't seen it, totally go and watch it. It's super funny.
Stupid.
It's the dumbest show, but you have to watch it. So anyway, come and join me as we play with your balls and Joe Exotic. All right, let's get going. All right, so you're going to take your ball today, and you're going to sit. And we're going to start in our with our half curl back, which we've done at other times. By the way, give Joe, aka Tyler, aka Joe Exotic, a thumbs up and a heart if you absolutely love the look that he's sporting for all of us today. All right, so you're going to take the ball, and you're going to take this and place it down between your feet, and then you're just going to put both feet on top. Okay, so now we have an unstable surface here. So from there, you're going to start with your knees bent. If you start to cramp up here before we even start, have your feet on the outside of the ball. So your legs are turned out slightly. Have your knees bent though. All right, so your arms are going to be here, and you're just going to roll backwards behind your tailbone. I'm going to scoot forward a little bit more so you can see what Tyler's got going on with his back as well. So you're going to just roll back. What I'm doing with the ball today here is I'm creating an unstable surface for your legs. It may cause your hips or your hip flexors here to tighten up too much, and they grab. So if that's you, if you're a hip flexor grabber, you can put your feet down on the floor for right now and hold the ball between your feet instead of on top. And you'll get still a great workout. All that will do when the ball's between the feet is activate your obliques, your adductors. I'm just excited about the fact that we're going to be working obliques like crazy today. So the ball between the feet will activate your adductors and help you get out of your hip flexors. Good, just do 2 more here. And sit all the way up. And then 1 more, going back and going down. Now from here, all I'm going to have you do is take your foot and place it 1 foot on the ball. So the other foot is down on the floor. So what it would look like is this, right? So I'm going to start with my foot on the back so you can see what's happening. Now, from here, I'm going to start here, and all I'm going to do is roll back behind my tailbone, and I'm going to turn to one side, keeping this knee bent for right now. Then I'm going to come back up towards the ceiling, and I'm going to roll back. Why are these half roll backs so incredible for your abs? It's simple, because we're flexing our lower rectus abdominals. We're targeting into those lower fibers in addition to the obliques, but we're doing it as we're rolling down, as opposed to just doing a sit-up where we're sitting up, and that's where when we sit and we do the sit-ups, we're focusing more on the upper fibers of the rectus abdominals. And if you can't get access to these lower fibers, then you get this nice poofy belly on top, and you get a six-pack on top, but you don't get this flattening down below. Try 2 more here with that leg just on the ball. Good, and then 1 more, and then we'll switch legs. Turn and rotate. You should feel your obliques kicking on. Those are the muscles that are here from the side that stem it from the rib cage down to the top of the hip. All right, other foot. It's going to just be sitting on the ball. You're going to roll back and then rotate. But if you've been doing these videos with me, frequently, or if you've ever worked out with me in person, you'll know that the work that we're doing right now is a stepping stone to something a little bit harder. Let's do 2 more. You can always stay at any of the levels that I show in the beginning, or you can come along with me at the next point. Good. Switch back to the other side. Now I'm switching between both legs because your hip flexors tend to grab when they're lifted up on top of the ball. And is there a reason that you can't stay on the one side and do this next move right in a row? No, you can totally do that. I'm just doing it to give Tyler a little bit of rest because I know his hips grab. Mine grab as well. So go ahead and bend your other knee, place it on the ball. The other leg is down. This time, as you roll back and rotate, you're going to straighten the leg out by rolling the ball away. So see, I'm pushing that ball away as I roll back. And then I'm going to pull the ball in as I sit up. So I'm using the ball to create a fluid movement of this leg while I'm rotating. And as such, I'm getting a deeper connection into my external obliques on this side, not just the internal obliques on the other side. Try one more here. Roll back. Don't worry if you don't really catch what I'm saying. You'll learn it over time because I continue to repeat the same method focus or principles over and over again. All right, switch to the other foot. Your knee starts bent. You're going to roll back, rotate, and straighten and roll that ball away and come back up. What's nice about having the ball on this is not just the fluidity of the movement, but notice that my leg is maintaining control when it's on that ball. It doesn't just fall down. So it allows me to connect really deep into those obliques. Try 2 more here. 1 more here. Who here is watching who really wants to work hard to get rid of those love handles that kind of sag over the top part of your pants? If that's you, give me a thumbs up or a heart. I know that that's a common issue that a lot of people have. Awesome. We're going to take this ball and place it back between our legs like we did on yesterday's ball workout. If you haven't seen it yet, go over to my YouTube channel. I put a link in my status today, so you can easily find that video anytime. And that's our Got Balls workout 2 for 6-pack abs. All right, so the ball's going to go between the legs here. We're going to roll back like we did on that hip flex, on that half roll back, but we're going to then put our elbows down. Now from here, be very careful not to have the elbows too far forward or too far back where my whole body is down and my shoulders coming up towards my ears. I'm really going to position my elbow so they're almost vertical underneath my shoulder. And from there, all I'm going to do is take my pelvis, curl it under slightly like I was doing a half curl back, so that I can now stabilize the position of my pelvis and support my back, because I'm going to slowly slide my legs up and bring my knees in towards my chest. I'm going to drop my feet down, and then I'm going to bring my legs back up. Now, mind you, you don't want to be sinking down into those shoulders. You see how I'm sinking here? You want to stay lifted at the chest. So what that means is your hands and the weight in the arms is very minimal. If you don't like being on your elbows, or you want a little bit more of a challenge, you can also come up here where your hands are straight. Either position is perfectly fine. You get to choose which level you want. I'm going to stay here for right now. Good. Now hold the legs up. Then from here, you're going to tilt the legs to one side, keeping the chest open without sinking down. Come back to the center. Tilt to the other side. Very nice. The focus that you have here with the ball is that you want your adductors holding and connecting that ball. I'm not squeezing like a death grip on it. I'm just staying actively engaged. Come back to the center, over to the other side, and back to the center. One more, and then I'll let you have a rest. Back to the center, drop the feet down, lay down for just a minute, and lift your hips. We're going to go into that bridge just for a moment to give that release to those hip flexors, because those tend to grab. Are you doing okay, Tyler?
Okay.
Awesome. Joe Exotic's in the house today. Welcome. He's doing awesome. Very nice. Drop the hips back down. Sit yourself back up however you need to. We're going to go back into that same position. On this set, I am going to keep my hands up, but you're welcome to stay down on your elbows. Either is fine. you're going to roll back behind your tailbone, right? So from here, I'm gonna curl my tailbone under like I was doing the half roll back, then lift my legs up. I'm gonna stay connected with that ball between my legs. Then I'm gonna tilt it over to one side. Now, watch, I'm gonna tap my feet down. Then I'm gonna lift them up, and I'm gonna come back to the center. Let's do it to the same side again. So I'm gonna tilt, tap, lift, rotate, right? I'm gonna tilt, tap, lift. I wanna make sure that I'm connecting into that ball between my legs. Good, one more to that side. Tilt, tap down, lift, back to the center. Other side, so you tilt, tap, lift, and center. You doing okay, Joe? Tap down, lift up. He was too busy chasing those tigers, right? Down, up, center. That must have worn you out. Two more, lift and center. Last time, tilt, tap, lift, center, drop the feet, lower down, release into that shoulder bridge or that hip lift. That helps to release the hip flexors here when they grab on that. We have one more level or movement in that hip twist series. Go ahead and sit yourself back up. Now, when we're using our legs in this, our hip flexors are grabbing. A lot of it is going to be your rectus femoris, that's that quad. It will kick on. Don't worry so much about that. It doesn't mean it's taking away from your abs. It just means you're holding your hips in that flex position, and it's helping to support the weight of the legs. All right, your abs are still working as your abs get stronger, but not just as your abs get stronger, as your inner thighs get stronger and more connected, it will take you out of that hip flexor working so hard, and it will better allow your abdominals to support the weight of the legs rather than just the quadricep. But the quadricep does have to, that rectus femoris does have to work because you're holding your leg flexed at the hip. All right, come back again. I'm gonna hold my arms up. Tyler, if you wanna be down on your elbows, that's perfectly fine. Or you can be up. You're going to lift those legs back up, but remember, support that lower back by curling under, right? I'm gonna curl my pelvis under first. I need to make sure my pelvis is supported so that my lower back is protected. Lift. Now you're gonna tilt to one side. You're gonna tap. Now you're gonna sweep the legs around, bring them up around to the other side and back to the center. Go the opposite direction. So you tilt, you tap, you sweep, and you pull up and stop in the center. You tilt. Notice as I'm doing this that the height of my feet is remaining the same, meaning the angle at my knee is not changing throughout. It's only the angle at my hip. But also notice that my torso is not shifting. I'm not shifting from one arm to the next. Sweep around, back to the center, other side. Tilt, tap, sweep around, and center, and drop down. And go ahead and just take the ball out and lift your hips up from here. Very good. Sit up with me for just a moment. We're going to do a stretch for your hip flexors. So take the ball between your legs like so. All right? So what you're going to do from here is you're going to simply sit back towards your feet and reach your hips forward, right? So drop your butt down a little bit more, Tyler. Okay, there you go. You feel that stretch in your hips? So that's going to create a stretch in your hips here. So what I'm doing is I'm simply just pushing my hips forward. Doesn't matter if where your hands go. Wherever you can go, you'll feel that stretch. Just do that 1 or 2 times, and then you're going to come and sit with me here. Thanks so much for joining us. Hi, Kim. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here with us today. Thanks for joining in. All right. Now, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to do our spine stretch forward. We're going to take the ball. We're going to use the ball as a way of guiding our body. So from here, I'm going to put our fingers on the top of the ball, and I'm going to bring it close to me, like close to my knees. Then I'm going to round my spine backwards as I roll the ball away with my fingers. So the ball in this instance is just being a guide for where my body is going and where my arms are going. And then I'm going to pull the ball back in rolling it as I sit up tall. And I'm gonna round my spine as I reach forward and come back up. In the work that I'm doing with you guys, the tools that I'm pulling in are simply designed and chosen just because I want them to help lead the body and progress the body in a direction that I want it to go from an alignment perspective. It's not resistance-based, it's unstable, but it helps to create the proper line. Now, from here, hold the arms up. So you're gonna take the ball and kind of hold it with your thumb and your fingertips like so, and just gently squeeze it, right? I don't wanna push my hands in. I'm not trying to be like the Hulk here or something like that. I want to think, pull the ball towards my chest, and I want to just squeeze with my fingertips so I can feel the activation of my shoulder blade muscles back here as opposed to my pecs. I don't like this position. Well, if you like to be slouched, then really squeeze the ball like your hands towards each other, and then you're gonna work your chest muscles. But I wanna work my shoulder blades, so I'm gonna hold the ball, press my finger towards my thumb on the ball, and slide my elbows back. And then that will start to activate those muscles around your shoulder blades. Now we're gonna twist to one side. So we're just gonna simply twist to the side, and then come to the center. Twist to the other side. So when you want to work your obliques, you want to be doing a lot more pelvic stability work, as well as rotation and side bending. A lot of people forget that stabilizing the pelvis is part of the job of the obliques, and they tend to forget to do that. So we were doing that in the very beginning with the mobilization of the pelvis. Hold the ball here, bring it down. We're gonna combine the move that we did before, that spine stretch here, with a rotation. So pick your ball back up from here, and you're gonna turn to the side. And as I rotate to the side, I'm gonna let go of my hand here, and I'm gonna reach that ball down towards the outside of that opposite toe if I can. Then I'm gonna sit back up in that rotation, grab the ball with both hands, come back to the center. I'm gonna turn and rotate to the other side. I'm gonna let go with this hand here, and I'm gonna reach my other hand towards the outside of that foot as I round that spine. Then I'm gonna sit up tall, still in that rotation, grab the ball and rotate to the center. Turn to the other side, let go with one hand, round the spine, reach. Come back up, back to the center, turn and rotate. Why is this ball making a difference besides bouncing it? What it's doing is it's connecting your arm into something. It's plugging it back in. So when that happens, meaning if this hand is just free floating as I do it, I don't feel the same connection here. By having that ball and I'm touching and squeezing it, I'm directing my obliques. I'm connecting into my obliques in the movement that I'm doing. That's the magic that comes from just simply holding a ball that doesn't weigh anything, right? You don't need to hold on to something that weighs 15 pounds or even 5 pounds or 1 pound. This weighs nothing. Well, I'm sure it has some kind of a weight, but nothing that's significant enough in terms where you recognize there's a weight to it. One more. But it is a significant change from doing it without. If you don't understand what I mean, just drop the ball down. Bring the arms out here. Turn and rotate to one side and then reach down. You'll find, hopefully, that you don't get that same connection into the obliques as you would when you're holding the ball. Awesome. Thanks again for joining me today. This video will be uploaded to YouTube, and like I said before, I put the link into the status of this video so you can share this video on Facebook very easily, like many of you already have had, and I thank you so much for doing that. But it will also direct you over to the YouTube channel, so anytime you want to rewatch any of these videos, you can do so there. Just remember to subscribe and you'll be alerted every time I upload stuff. All right, now take the ball here. We're gonna roll like a ball. And we know by now that this is one of your favorite exercises, right? The rolling like a ball. So I'm gonna give you 2 different options for where the ball can be placed. Tyler, I'm gonna have you place that ball between your legs here. What that does is it widens the legs, and when you widen the legs, you get more mobility in your pelvis at the junction where it connects into your lower back. So you have more freedom to move through here. So if you tend to be tighter in your lower back, placing it between your knees so your adductors can connect and you get more mobility through that pelvis at your lower back, that's what you want. Otherwise, if you want a little bit more challenge, you can take the ball, place it at your abdomen, and bring your knees up to hold the ball against your chest. Either one is fine. Hold behind your knees, sit back to balance and round your spine, roll back. We're just gonna do 6 of these right now. We did these the other day, and it's a really great massage for that spine. What I find with the ball in either place, it actually makes doing this movement a lot easier. Tyler, what do you think?
A lot easier.
Yeah.
Come all the way back up, yeah.
What are you facing, or what are you feeling?
Well, before it was like a thump when I went back, and then I couldn't get my body back up. But now with the ball, I can just roll back and forth really easy.
So it's like magic. It's a magic ball. Did anyone here ever have one of those magic 8 balls? I never had one, but my friend when I was growing up, Janelle, she had one, and I love them. That's what I think of when I'm using a ball. It's like the magic 8 ball. It's going to tell you your future. It means that it's going to tell you that you can do the exercise so much more fluidly. I think that was a little bit more than 5, but that's all right. If you haven't tried it without the ball, try rolling like a ball, just like that position, without it. See how your body is working, like basically here. See what happens, and then bring it back into the picture, and try it there. You hear him grunt? He was grunting. His dog grunts too. It's quite funny. Who there has a dog? If you have a dog, does your dog take on your personality? Because I think the dogs kind of do, don't they? All right, so from here, we're gonna lay down on our side, and we're gonna take the ball. I'm gonna place it down between my ankles. Now, if it's hard for you to reach like that, here's the trick, right? What I do is start sitting. Put the ball between your ankles and then turn onto your side like so. If you can't just do it on your side normally. So from here, you're gonna lay down on your side. I have my arm reached out here, and then I tuck it in so my head is down here. Then you're gonna take your legs lift, and then lower down. So you're gonna just lift. What is the ball doing here? It's forcing my adductors to work and to connect, causing me to better connect into my obliques, which are these muscles here, as well as the ones down here. Try about 3 more. 3. I did tell you that we're gonna do some kick butt oblique work today. We did a lot with rotation. Now we're gonna do some more with side bending. 1 more. Hold there. Very nice. Bring them down. This time we're gonna lift them and lift them about 3 times. So we're gonna lift 1, lift higher 2, lift higher 3, and then lower. 2 more. Lift 1, 2, 3, and lower. Lift 1, 2, 3, and lower. So if you're not too sure how the ball is, what role the ball is playing in this move, try it without the ball between your legs. What you'll find is when that ball is not between your legs, I'm just gonna stick it here for right now. When the ball is not between your legs, you'll have more of a tendency to roll forward and back. Why? Because you're not connecting properly through your adductors. And when you're not connecting properly through your adductors, what ends up happening is you don't get the stability that you need into the core of your body. So when you think of the core of the body, I want you to start thinking. It starts down at the knees, and it's like a zipper that zips all the way up into the belly button. That's where you're gonna be. So place the ball back between your legs if it's not already there. Take your hand out from tucked back. Bring it out straight, but bring it forward a little bit. That way it's not so much on your shoulder. Other hand is going to simply be down in front of your belly button as a kickstand. Then what's going to happen is you're going to lift your legs and bend up to the side. So see how I'm bending to the side with my hand behind me. Then go back down. And then lift. So you can use this bottom arm for leverage to let you come up. I'm going to let my arm slide onto the floor so it helps me lift up. And then lower down. Now if I want it harder, I lift my legs with me as I go. And then I come back down. So instead of just lifting up to the side, I'm now lifting my legs with me. And then down. Try 2 more. Up, and then down, Just one more up, and then down from there. Very nice. Let's roll over to the other side. So again, the ball is going to be between your legs. You can have it anywhere. You can have it higher up if that's more comfortable for you. What happens is not just does it help the adductors connect, but the ball is also wobbly, and that then challenges the stabilizers in your spine against that wobble, right? Because we don't want this wobble to happen. Lay down on your side, hand is tucked back here. I'm not here because then my neck's out of alignment. I'm laying down as if I'm laying on a pillow. Then my hand can be used as a kickstand here just for a little bit. And I'm gonna lift my legs and then lower them down. Your job here is to try to lift the legs without rolling backwards, right? You wanna stay right up on top where your hips are nice and vertical. Lift and lower. 3 more up and down, 2 more up and down. If you put your hand up here, it makes it harder because you don't have the support from that hand there. Last one, hold. Now lift higher. 3, 2, 1, lower down. Lift up for 3, 2, 1, and lower. 2 more, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Who here is shaking? Because my body is shaking on the floor right now. 1 and lower, rest for a moment. Take your hand, bring it out in front of you. It's not just out to the side here, I have it slightly in front. Then from here, you're gonna bend up to the side. This hand arm kind of slides in, and it lowers down. You could do all of this with the knees bent slightly. If you wanted them to be bent, that's totally okay. I don't really like them bent on me because it puts too much pressure onto the IT band up here and the TFL, and I don't like that pressure point up on me. But it will allow you to come up higher if your back is really tight. 1 more, then we're gonna add the lifting of the legs. We have 4 of them to do. So you're gonna lift the legs as you come up, 4, and then 3, 2 more for me here, 2, whoa, I almost rolled backwards, and then 1 more, don't lose the balls, and lower down from here. Very nice, bring your legs back in, sit up tall. All right, now from here, you're gonna take the ball and just place it down onto the floor here. Arm is going to lift up, and you're gonna roll that ball away as you bend over to that side. See how it guides your body in that direction? That's what's nice about these balls rolling. Good, do that again. So this is part 3 of our Got Ball series. We have 2 more that we're gonna be doing in the next couple of days. Tomorrow's Got Ball series is gonna be a leg workout. So it's gonna be a little bit more standing. Then, the next day is going to be something very special. Good, switch sides. Part 5 of our series is going to be using smaller balls to help create release. So I'm going to walk you through some trigger point release and self-massage techniques. Now, for those of you who don't know, I am a licensed massage therapist in the state of Texas, so I'm going to bring that to the table and combine that a little bit with my experience and knowledge of Pilates and movement and fitness, and bring both of those, all 3 of those combined together to help you release those muscles that are tight, especially down into the glute area, into the legs. So if you suffer from issues into your lower back or into your hips, then you won't want to miss the part 5 of our ball series. So here's what I would recommend you doing. That's the workout for today, by the way, is we went over, and you can just simply find a ball that's about this size, right? So this is a lacrosse ball. Both of these are lacrosse balls. They're about the right size and about the right, I don't know how you say it. Firmness, yeah. These balls are pretty firm, right? You don't want to have, yeah, so it kind of bounces. What's nice is that because it bounces a little bit, it has a little bit of give to it, so it's not super hard like a baseball would be. But if all you have access to is a baseball, you still can do this workout in 2 more days in our other series. So you can grab these. This is kind of the container that they come in if you don't know where to find them, like Academy has them or something like that. The other ones, which I just found, came like this. It's kind of cool. These are a little bit softer. I'm actually really excited because I've never seen these before. I don't know why, but they're street hockey balls. So they also have about the right size and the right pressure or firmness to it. You want a ball that has a little bit of give, but a tennis ball is not going to be firm enough, and a golf ball, while the size of it might work, what I have found with the golf ball is it kind of slips out from underneath you quite easily. So join me in 2 days for our Bat Balls Part 5 for our trigger point release and myofascial release massage workout. But tomorrow is going to be our leg workout. For now, if you want to rewatch this video at any point in time, go over to my YouTube channel, Cindy Byer, and on the status update on this, it's linked for you there today. Hope to see you tomorrow, and we'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much, and thank you, Joe, for joining me today. Bye.
See you tomorrow.